the natural reaction, especially after since it's my third attempt. I think it's a natural reaction that the first should be that feeling of relief that we are out of the preparation phase and getting into, ultimately making it in the list. So I was quite relieved that the preparation phase is over. I'm quite happy to have made it in the list and rank 63. So ultimately, I hopefully get into my first preference, that is the Indian Administrative Service. I must really acknowledge the role of EduChemie. In fact, I'm quite happy that I was one of the first, was amongst the first batch of the Geography Enrichment batch, which started in June, the June Geography Enrichment batch, and I was a part of it. And it was indeed an honor and pleasure being in the classes of Shabir sir. And I must acknowledge that I think without the help of Shabir sir, geography optional for me from an exam perspective would not have been easy.
Hi, in this video, we bring to you the story of Deena Dastagir, a UPSC CSE 2020 achiever with an All India rank of 63. Hailing from Thiruvananthapuram, Deena is an engineering graduate who did her schooling in Saudi Arabia. In a school there, she had certain experiences which made her understand the need to become a civil servant and came back to India, and she started pursuing her passion in becoming a civil servant. Learn more about Deena's journey and her secrets to success in this video. Keep watching. Thank you.
So as you all know, my name is Deena Dastagir. I've secured All India rank 63 in the UPSC Civil Service Exam 2020. I'm from Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala. I'm a graduate in Electronics and Communication Engineering from the LBS Institute of Technology for Women, Thiruvananthapuram. I did my entire schooling in the International Indian School Dammam in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, which probably I would call as a mini India because it had students from all around the country, which gave me that initial flick in me to join the services, because that school, represented a mini India. And this was my third attempt with UPSC. I pursued UPSC full time because soon after my graduation, as part of my campus placement, I got a campus placement offer at a top MNC, but then I didn't take up the job. I humbly rejected it, and I went in full time for UPSC Civil Services preparation. Challenges, I would say, as far as the exam is concerned, like we have 3 stages of exam. So for me, when I did my self-introspection, I acknowledged that the multiple choice, the MCQ, which is like the objective type of questions which is being tested for the preliminary exam, is not really my strong area. So that was one area which I had to really work on, especially with my 2018 attempt. I had not qualified the prelims. So then for my 2019 attempt, I had to really put in so much of efforts for, making prelims my stronghold, and that eventually worked, because in 2019 and 2020, my prelims, clearing prelims was really a cakewalk, because it was easier for me because I had put in so much of efforts. So this is with respect to the examination phase. And otherwise challenges, I think, because as everyone knows, this preparation is actually a roller coaster. There are circumstances in which we have self-doubt, we have despair, we don't understand. There is so much of uncertainty around. So I think these were challenges, but what makes this rank more sweeter is that I have overcome all these challenges and emerged stronger. And one of the good result being, one of the good end being the All India rank 63. I must tell you, those were like lifesavers, if I can say so, because firstly, the approach of sir when he teaches in a way how we have to address the question in an exam. So he teaches us in that manner, and that along with the model answers gives us an idea about how we can really write those answers. Because sir usually tells in class that it's not easy to recreate an answer immediately in those 7 to 8 minutes. So when we get this idea about these model answers, because these are handwritten answers written by aspirants like us, so this is actually a real-time answer rather than a model answers which we usually get with a those printed model answers which we usually get with the test series. So those are not easy to recreate. Actually, we need to work more. Whereas in the case of model answers, these are written by aspirants. So this is like more relatable for us. So I think these were really life-saving, if I can call so. Had made my answer writing, experience quite easier. And coming about to my source of more support and motivation, definitely my parents have also played a very important role. At that time when I was shattered and heartbroken, they were the people who boosted my morale, who stood by me. My parents, my brother, who stood by me. And when I didn't believe in myself, they believed in me, and they patted my back and told me to keep going. And eventually, I think the 63rd rank is that end result. Firstly, geography was a subject I liked since school. I like studying that subjects in school, and I'm also a nature lover. So I think geography is one subject which gives us that idea about the phenomena happening around. We get to know more about what's happening around us. So I think these were the two reasons. So I think geography was an obvious reason for me. I didn't actually think much about other optional subjects. So yeah. Yes, I did have a timetable. Actually, that's one thing I would really suggest my fellow aspirants as well. I really planned. I must admit that. Actually, what I did was I had small planners for each exam. For prelim stage, for main stage, even for the personality test, I had small planners wherein I set weekly targets, large weekly targets, and I divided that into daily targets. And I made sure that I attained at least 80%. 100% is an ideal situation, but then at least 80% of those targets were achieved. And this was part of the plan. And also I made it a point that I constantly revise, because ultimately, be it in the prelim stage or the main stage or even the personality test, it's only those constant revision which we can ultimately, put into use in the paper or in the exam. So these were the two things I focused on. Yes, I definitely had a plan and timetable, and that's what I think helped also. No, not really. I was actually in Thiruvananthapuram only. I didn't move anywhere. See, I think strategy is something which should be very personalized. I think, when you devise a strategy, I think every aspirant, whoever gives the exam, is unique, has his or her own strengths and weaknesses, and strategy should be devised on the basis of those strengths and weaknesses. So what I really suggest to aspirants, and most difficult part, is that one needs to self-introspect. I think that's the thing where aspirants miss out. One needs to carefully self-introspect as to what are their strengths and weaknesses. For example, say, if I take my example, I acknowledge the fact that I was not that good at MCQs, solving MCQs. So I had to literally put more efforts in that. Whereas I kindly acknowledge the fact that I am quite fine at writing answers, and I can write at a faster pace. Writing at a faster pace and writing answers were fine for me. So this was my strong area. So, and I'm talking with respect to main stage. And even the main stage, I found that compared to my 2019 attempt, on basis of analysis, I found that I actually lacked in content and not in my presentation, the way of answer writing, but in my presentation. So this is where I had to work. So what I intend to say is every aspirant might have a different set of weaknesses and strengths, and hence they need to devise a personalized strategy depending upon that. And the first step is self-introspection. So I would not really recommend the strategy, because see, I got this rank because I devised a personalized strategy that is based on my own strengths and weaknesses. If someone blindly adopts my strategy because if he or she has another strength or weaknesses, probably that might not work, and that would be like I am not leading them properly. So what I would say in general is that please do devise a personalized strategy after thorough self-introspection. I know it's quite difficult. Self-introspection is easily said than done. So one needs to carefully self-introspect and then devise a personalized strategy. That will work. But in general, what you should be doing is, irrespective of whatever your strategy is, two things should be very important: that you plan it properly and you revise it properly. So 3 keywords I would say is self-introspection, planning, and revision. I think these 3 together, and definitely with some self-confidence and self-motivation and support of your family and great mentors like Shabir sir, I think things can be done.